Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big Baby JTV, man. Let's start off with a like. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. 99% of y'all ain't subscribed, man. It's making me sad, man. Y'all gotta show that love, right? And I appreciate all the subscribers, everybody on Patreon as well, man. Y'all keep me going, man. But let's get into it, man. R.Kelly's. It's over for the homie. It's over for him. You know what I mean? This is not like 2008. Nope. This ain't the child pornography case. No. This is 2021 and they have got him. Right? Now I'm reading the TMZ article right here and it goes like this, right? R. Kelly has just been found guilty on all counts in his federal sex crimes trial and could be staring down life in prison. The jury started deliberating on Friday afternoon, had the weekend off, took about half the day on Monday to reach the verdict on 9 federal counts, including racketeering, sex crime, human trafficking, obstruction of justice, and kidnapping. The trial wrapped a little over a month after it began, with the prosecution calling for more witnesses than the defense. Kelly's team only called 5 witnesses over a couple of days. Kelly himself never took the stand. Sentencing is scheduled for May 4th. And now Kelly's been convicted on all counts. He could get 10 years to life, mind you. He's still set to go on a second federal trial in Chicago. I didn't know this part. And state trials in Illinois and Minnesota. Oof, they throwing the bucket, bro. Monday's verdict in federal court in Brooklyn comes just 2 years after Kelly was arrested in Chicago for multiple federal sex crimes in 2 different states. Kelly's legal team called a handful of ex-Kelly's employees and associates to take the stand in an effort to discredit allegations the singer sexually abused women, girls, and boys. Holy. Some of Kelly's ardent defenders said under oath they never saw Kelly abuse anyone. What's more, some of the defense witnesses went as far as saying, if anything, Kelly was chivalrous to his girlfriends. Wow. Okay. Prosecutors, however, called dozens of witnesses to the stand to refute defense testimony and poke holes throughout. Some of the prosecutors' witnesses straight up said Kelly had a small team made up of managers, bodyguards, and assistants who rounded up Kelly's potential victim before the singer groomed them for unwanted sex, among other things. Now, this is the most important part, in my point of view. These witnesses also testified saying Kelly's entourage would recruit potential victims either at his concerts, malls, and even fast food joints. Y'all remember those rumors of R. Kelly going to McDonald's in Chicago? I'm telling you, it wasn't just him. Anyways, let's get to the end of this article. You'll recall one of the 2 women interviewed by Gayle King back in 2019 also took the witness stands and claimed Kelly was controlling them was controlling them then and there during the interview. Okay. Now, I just read the article, right? I read the article. They're throwing the whole book at him, man. It's over. Now, let me make my position extremely, extremely clear. Do not mess with minors if you are a grown-ass man, okay? People who do that are pedophiles, and they should be in jail, okay? So under that clear definition, R. Kelly is getting what he deserves, which is being in jail. My issue is the second to last sentence I said. Let me repeat it again. These witnesses also testified saying Kelly's entourage would recruit potential victims either at his concerts, mall, and even fast food joints. How about these entourage and associates come the fuck out, man? Where is their day in court, bro? I don't like the selective treatment of certain people. If y'all are gonna put R. Kelly under the jail, they're probably gonna give him everything, man. I'm not capping. They're gonna give him everything. They're going to give him everything possible. He's gonna spend the rest of his life in jail. And you know what? I'm gonna be real. I'm okay with that. I love R. Kelly music. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. Amazing singer, amazing artist. But for all of them, everybody, the whole feds, the prosecution, to go after Kelly, you know what I'm saying, all by himself, when there was a team associated to this, there was an entourage associated to this. Let me read it. Let me read another part of this article, right? So prosecutors, however, called dozens of witnesses to the stand to refute defense's testimony and poke holes throughout. Some of the prosecutors' witnesses straight up said Kelly had a small team made up of managers, bodyguards, assistants who rounded up Kelly's potential victims before the singer groomed them for unwanted sex, amongst other things. Let me make this perfectly clear. This was all an operation, bro. This was all an operation. This was an operation that Kelly, was doing since the 90s, since he started out, right? Now, we could have a conversation about, abusers abusing others. For example, R. Kelly even talked about how his older sister used to abuse him as a child, and that causes a cycle of abuse, and now he's comfortable abusing in the future. Now, we could talk about that, but I think the real story here is not necessarily that R. Kelly is gonna sit his ass in jail for life, which I'm gonna keep it real. He deserves it. He deserves it, bro. If you did these things to little young girls, you deserve to be in jail, right? But the bigger story here, bro, is that R. Kelly had a team that was helping him do this. He was not alone, right? And you know what's going to happen? The even bigger story is that parents of these girls were involved in it. Y'all don't want to say it. I wrote this on my blog literally 2.5 years ago, and people were hating on me. People were saying, oh, you're crazy for this. You have a wild opinion. I'm speaking facts. There was a team, and they are parents who purposefully put their daughters in front of R. Kelly, and they knew what was up. They were paid, okay? And they wanted him to take their girls. Now, look, it's messed up. It's disgusting. I agree. But this is what was real deal happening, because there's no way one man was able to abuse all these girls for decades. You know what I'm saying? And them not having some kind of coordination with a team, a group, and parents. Okay? And for me, I'm just going to keep it real, man. I thought some of these allegations were BS. I did. Now, I have turned my opinion and I accept it for what it is. He was a perverted, sick, twisted man, but so was his team. So were the parents that were involved in this. And I'm not going to try to say everybody deserves an equal piece of the blame pie. Okay? It's clear that R. Kelly is the biggest villain in this story. But they are sub-villains. They are parents out there. They are managers. They are bodyguards. There's all these people who are part of his team that made it happen. You want to hear something even crazier? This is happening right now. You think the musicians are only getting with legal age girls? You think that these little teenage girls are not going to Drake concerts and sleeping with him? You think they're not gonna go sleep with Chris Brown? I know girls who've been in rapper hotels and they're underage. They didn't say their ID. They never gave their real age. I know them. I know girls who I used to grow up with that would go to nightclubs at 16 years old and they would hook up with grown-ass men. Okay? It's weird. It's disgusting. I don't rock with it, but that's what it was. And that's what it is currently right now, bro. There was a story a few years ago where Drake was talking to a 16-year-old actress. and this nigga was like 28. You think it's not happening right now? Now look, man, you think about for the friggin' Jeffrey Epsteins of the world, right? You think this guy was not giving young girls to Bill Clinton and them? You think that wasn't happening to Donald Trump and them? You think that's not happening? No, that is happening, because these quote-unquote elites, these musicians are sick, twisted, and perverted. And for me, what I think is very, very interesting is if R.Kelly is going to snitch out the other people he knows in the music game that are doing exactly what he was doing. Exactly what he was doing. We could even say Jay-Z, bro. Y'all don't want to have that conversation. we could talk about a lot of people we could talk about P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about a lot of people in the music industry who have, I'm saying, relations or abuse, not even relations, because it's not necessary, it's not consensual, who abuse children. Dead ass. R. Kelly is the tip of the iceberg. Now look, are they trying to make an example out of him and throw the book at him? Yes, that's what's happening. But I promise you, there is more out there. There's more to come. And I personally, as somebody who's a commentator, you know what I'm saying, I would want R. Kelly to sing. I want him to tell us who's doing what. I want him to snitch, right? That's why they killed Epstein, because he knew too much. You think Ghislaine Maxwell is going to be alive for too long, bruh? No, man. So I'm telling y'all right now, be careful. Be careful of all these narratives, because it wasn't just R. Kelly. It's the whole music industry. It wasn't just Jeffrey Epstein. It's all these billionaires, millionaires, elites. It's not just one guy, okay? It's a whole community. It's a whole culture. It's society, bruh. So be very careful with y'all kids, man. Be careful who you have them around. And you sick, disgusting parents who are okay with this, who got paid to do this, who all the bodyguards, all the managers, all the assistants, all the entourage, man. Fuck you guys too, man. Y'all should be in jail with R. Kelly right now, man. Big Baby JTV, man. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out, bro.